Hello everybody, welcome to the Hunter Call the Wild. This is Herscfelden part 7. Now, I'd done the create hunting pressure, and to do that, it was kind of messed up. I went right over here, and I went down here and caused all this hunting pressure, and it never did click in. I don't know why it didn't, but when I come down here, I came down to about right here, to the edge of the field, and I looked out down here in the field, and there was deer going in a circle, and I spotted them, and it popped up. So that was the mission. Simply that was the story mission of not controlling the land, but it was hold on here. I think it was a controlling the land. No, that ain't it. That ain't it. Anyhow, it was hunting pop. It was about clashing with the deer. That was it. So I just done clashing with the deer, and look right there standing. Hello. Hello, you. You believe that little bastard took off? Anyhow, what happened here is I think I got a deer that's going to qualify for what I did is I'll show you what I did. I've been trying to get the red deer. What you got to do is hit a red deer with a 270 through the heart. This is the mission I'm doing. It's clashing with deer. I just finished that one. Don't ruin the goods. Now what happened is I came up here first, and the wind switched on me, and I was going to try to come up in this area and look for a red deer, but the wind switched right to them, so I went up here. I did kill one right here, or a fox, and I got right here and I seen a red deer but couldn't get him. So I said, well, you know what, then the wind switched and started blowing my scent right down this way, and this is the way where I was coming to this lake. So I went to this lake and came all the way down and came up, and I seen this deer feeding right over here with binoculars. And let's go back on the mission one more time. It's the red deer with a gold score, and this is I could not believe it. When I seen these antlers up there, I was sneaking up through here. I could see his antlers. I could see his antlers shining on the other side of that boulder, and there he is. And I snuck up about right here, and he didn't even see me, and I just put the scope, the 270 right on his heart, and it dropped him like a ton of bricks. You got to aim just right on him, and you'll see where I aimed at him in a little bit. So let's go over here and claim this bad boy. I know it's a 7 hard. I did scope him over there, and it said 7 hard. I go, oh man, if I can drill him in the heart from 80 yards, I know I can drill him, because I know about where to aim. It's up there in between her legs. But man, look at that. Ain't that beautiful? Gotta take a couple pictures of that. That might be a diamond. So let's let it load back up. Ain't that beautiful? That is awesome. That is a beautiful red deer. He was sitting here just minding his own beeswax. And of course we can go over here and look at his tracks. I think that's his tracks right there. So let's go over here and look at his tracks. It says very old, but it's him, and he's probably usually the big ones weigh this much. 400 to 529 is a very hard one. If it's 180 to 492, it's a probably something less. But this one here is 7 hard. You'll see in a minute when I claim it. I just want to look at that. That's just so cool. Just the way he fell down, boom. Look how his antlers is just displayed. You know, I'll probably mount this no matter what. But oh, I'm sorry. Let it load back up. We'll let this thing get loaded back up while I'm bringing up the mission. See, Finn, the taxidermist, has contacted Albertina regarding a customer that is looking for a prime red deer buck for his luxurious mansion up in Herscfelden. He is paying a hefty sum for a specimen delivered in mint condition. Albertina has asked you to hunt a red deer using this recommended caliber and shot in its heart. Harvest a red deer with a gold score or higher down using a 270, which I did, caliber rifle, and hit it in the heart. Wow, that's a hard thing to do, but just look at that. Ain't that super? That is a beautiful deer. I just can't get over how beautiful he looks. Big rack. I love how the rack is just, the way he fell down is perfect for display. And it's on video, man, here. Don't worry. Hey, leave like, subscribe, comment on my videos. Look at all my other videos. And we're going to be doing Tiahora, a New Zealand map. We already done mission 1. And we just done it yesterday, last night. And I'm going to continue doing some more. But man, look at this red deer here on Herscfelden. This is part 7, man. And this mission is pleasure. Don't ruin the goods. Don't ruin the goods, man. And next we're going to do a last push. So let's claim this dude and see what he is.
Amazing shot.
There he is. Oh, he's a gold.
Heart.
He's
only
only
a gold.
And that caliber
will leave the smallest possible entry wound. That reward is much deserved. So, wow. Remember how I told you that Albertina got lost as a kid and believes a red deer saved her?
Almost missed the heart, see?
Well, she seems to think that she has to return the favor. Earlier today, she saw a red deer outside of her house, watching her through the window. As it turned to go, she noticed it had a large open wound in its leg. Albertina said she felt it was asking her to end the pain. She couldn't help but think it was connected to her experience as a child. Coincidence, if you ask me,
right up here.
She's really the sweetest person, and I'd love to send her some help. Can you track the deer down and harvest it?
Now, that returning a favor, that animal is usually right up here. Usually over the hill here. So, we could probably go over here and get a tent.
Why don't you head over to Albertina's cabin in Bondorf to see if you can pick up on its trail?
We can just drive a 8. Heck, we could just we can just go over here and drop a ATV down and go. Well, I'm not going to be able to, am I? Yeah, we'll just, which way, it depends, it really depends on the wind. The wind is what's going to play a, I'm going to get me a 300 too. I'm not messing around no more with these animals. I mean, 270 is beautiful and all, and the wind's beautiful. I'll get my ATV out, and I'm going to get, it's time to get the 300 cannon out, my friends. It's time to quit messing around with these animals, and let's put the hoo-ha on them. Let's put the hurt aside on them. I got plenty of rounds to put the hurting on them. No more Mr. Nice Guy. That way, if it hits them superficial, it's not going to make a big difference with it. So we'll just go all the way up here to that area. So this will probably finish up our missions once we do these. Herscfelden's about done here, I think. But that creating hunting pressure causes the bison, that's a tricky one. It just popped on me, so it was weird how it did it. I've been trying to get it for days, and I had that so pink down there. I was going, how many darn animals do you got to kill? I will say this, to the New Zealand map, the last mission's bugged. Because it won't, you can finish it, but it don't credit you with any cash or XP, so it's definitely broken. But I love the new map, and I love but there's always something going to go wrong. It always seems like there's always something bugged out on these games. You know, I'm surprised they don't have worse than what it was. It used to be worse, but they have done a little better. I'm glad they finally got the map fixed up to where people could enjoy playing the map. Now, any fella, you can have the guy have Reedy Warren's outfit. I kind of like that broken camo color. I wish it had a lower, excuse me. I wish it had a lower visibility is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. A lower visibility. You know, so some camos do have a much lower visibility. But I hope you enjoyed that. I wanted to share that with you about that red deer, and I said, man, I hate to stream right now because I really wasn't planning on it, and then that happened, and I go, dang, I gotta put this on video. And I'm surprised that I think the only reason it wasn't a diamond is because I shot a deer before and didn't kill it. I actually crippled a red deer, and that's why I didn't get the total score. Now, when you're going over to this pond, that deer's usually on the other side, and he'll make a bunch of noises, you know, like he's hurt and stuff. So don't worry about that. He's easy to find, and you can bring him down. Just shoot him with a 300, and you don't have to worry about it no more. But if you shoot him with a little gun, rifle, 270 or something, you're going to crack him for about
This is Bondles. Albertina's cabin is not far from here.
It's right on the other side of the cabin. So when you get over the hill here and get close to the lake, see, there's her cabin right there.
Wounded animals are more vigilant and will react sooner if they sense your presence, so this will be a bit challenging.
I think the time before when I got my platinum, I think I had red deer coming in right here every day. And I think what I did is I just came in here and drilled him in the heart right there by them bushes, hid in them bushes. And when he came here to feed, I just called one call and he turned toward me and I drilled him. So we're going to run till we get over there about in between them two bushes. Because he's just on the other side of the... Usually the wounded animals will be making noises. We'll just go real slow. The wind's perfect. We don't have nothing to worry about. Okay. So if you read the mission, it's called Returning the Favor. So let's read what it says. While she was making herself a cup of tea in her kitchen, she noticed a red deer outside her window. It was standing there watching her, and what looked like somber red eyes. Albertina was sure it was trying to tell her something. She noticed that it was badly wounded on its leg. It didn't look like it would make it out in the wild much longer. Albertina believes she must return a favor to the red deer, and she requests you to end its pain. So let's go ahead and get up here to this tree. Oh crap. So usually that's a good sign to where the animal is. Now they may have changed it. You never know about them. So see the tracks going up over the hill there? I think I'll get it on my scope. You can see the tracks right there going right up over the hill there. And there's her window, so she's seen it at her window, and it's obvious what you got to do here. You got to put the poor thing out of its misery. If it runs off, you just restart the missions, all you do. Heck of a lot of blood. The wind's good, I believe. He's down. I don't think he'll go far. Yeah, he's down. He's down. It was a little high, but I knew it would collect him easy enough. So, yeah. I didn't think he'd go very far. I could have got him a little better, but it's alright. We did good. We got him. And he's a big one too. Of course, he's a big class buck.
You did a great job. I'll let Albertina know that you took care of it. I'm sure she'll be very grateful.
Harvested that deer, didn't we? So that's all you do, return in a favor. Now, of course, this other mission is a last push. We got to carry the source carrier of the bison that is sick. So I just suggest you get ready for a nice run. It's of course right there. I believe it's right down here near the lake. So I think you can just go ahead and go to this house right here. I'm going to get some probably some scent to take off my smell. We'll get some, yeah, the wind's good. Let's see where that is. Let me go ahead and get the stuff here that I want. I'll take off in there just to keep light. I don't really need no scents. Don't need no ammos, lures. I do need this. Alright, where are we going? We're going down here. And the wind's good? Good. Okay. Well, let's take an ATV somewhat. I don't want to run all the way down there like an idiot. You know, that's a heck of a long way. So I'll get within about 400 yards and then I'll run. I sure ain't going to walk all the way down there. That should have been a perfect lung shot from that range. That should have been good. Yeah, it's a pretty good hit, actually. I know we got, yeah, see, he went down, so. The 300's brutal. I mean, it don't do no mercy on any of the animals. Beautiful animal. Big male. Alright, so let's go down here and see if we can't do him the same, do him likewise. Like I say, we get down there about 100 and 200 yards, we'll start taking our time and going slow. Don't want to get in too big a hurry because it's brushy down here. Hard to see. Thank God though, that might be him. You never know. That'll suck if it is him. Ought to run him down. Ah, so see, he's down there. Usually where she puts the tracks, if it don't say nothing, that's generally the area where you're going to need to be.
There he is. Wow, he's huge. I hope you brought your highest caliber weapon.
I shot him in the head when he came out. That was a good reflex shot. Oh, that was funny. So there it is, man. I had to shoot 4 times at that big beast. Nice. Pretty nice animal. Looks nice. I know I ruined it and shot him 50 times, but that's alright. We got him anyhow. So there he is. Wow. More than 2 times. Oh.
Well done. Dr. Bondati let me know that he can't thank you enough. If you hadn't helped him out, the whole bison project could have been canceled. Now our reserve visitors will be able to enjoy these magnificent creatures for a long time to come.
So there you go. Should have brought the shotgun. Well, it's alright.
Oh, by the way, I know the doctor would very much like for you to continue keeping the bison population in check.
So there's mission complete. So that ends all the missions, see? That ends it. That's all the missions. See? We done it. We're done with Herscfelden. Okay, this is the first part. First steps, this. Then of course other things, but we done don't ruin the goods, and of course I explained clashing with the deer, that little deal. It worked pretty good. Returning the favor, which is you watched here where we shot the injured deer in a last push to take out the infected diseased bison. So I hope you enjoyed this, man. It's been a pleasure bringing all this to you. This is on PlayStation 4. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing part 2 of New Zealand, Tiawara, and I'm sure that'll be very fun for you to watch. I'll probably switch guns out here because I like the 30-06 because it just, I like to keep this for my lions and tigers and bears, all my. I just like to carry I carry like the 270. I like the 30-06 or the 270 is fine. We're going to do some more work here, so I'll probably be back here in about. I'm going to cook me some breakfast, but I'll be back here in probably 2 o'clock, and we'll do. We got a big snow on too, by the way. It's starting to melt fast, but thank God. Hope everybody's safe and got power. I know it'd be terrible if you didn't. It's always good to have backup heat. I do know that, like a kerosene stove or something, because you don't want to get caught with these power companies, especially with the climate crisis. Did you see that? All the windmills are frozen. All the solar panels have ice on them, and they can't collect power. See, this is a problem with green energy. You can't tell the left mentality, the climate, green earth people this. Look what happens when an ice storm hit. It froze all the windmills. And see, the news ain't reporting this, but it's a big factor. It's going on in Texas right now, because Texas has a lot of green energy. The windmills are frozen. They're actually got helicopters and cranes up pouring antifreeze on to unthaw the windmill, because the turbines won't turn to generate power. All the solar panels are got snow and ice on them, so they can't collect power. What happens if you can't get sun, you can't get wind? You're done. You're done in climate. And we don't have enough natural hot water geysers and hydro to do steam. You know, like some places do have a geothermal. You know, I do think they need to keep gas in production and keep these gas firing plants, because all this killing coal and natural gas and stuff is just plain stupid. You can't have all nuclear, because there is nuclear waste, and nuclear waste ain't gonna be the answer. Everybody thinks with their gut and not their brain. Unfortunately, that's kind of where we live in. I mean, I've seen this a long time ago, that it's just an accident waiting to happen, and there's nothing you can really do about it. I mean, just keep on going on with it, you know, because there ain't a thing you can do with it, because people are people, you know. They're going to do what they want to do. They always have, and they always will. But that's okay. Whatever you want to do. So I'm going to get kind of ready for my map with the... There is access deer over there on that map, so I will tell you that. And there's turkeys, of course. But yeah, we'll go from there. Like, I don't think I need any tents. Alright, so we're pretty well set up now. Well, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I just wanted to give my view on the power situation. The media's not even covering it. You go on YouTube and stuff, and on certain websites, you'll see them with cranes trying to unthaw their big turbines, and they can't get them unthawed. And all your solar panels are covered in ice and snow, and they cannot collect power if they're covered in snow. What do? See, now some reports are saying get ready for a new ice age. I mean, they've never seen this kind of a snowstorm. And you can't blame it on... They'll blame it on global warming. You watch, because I'll be honest with you, my friends. If you read history, back in the 60s, 40s, 60s, a bunch of settlers came over on Iceland because there was a big thaw. The whole island thawed out. And they went on Iceland, and man, it was mountain. They said, man, it's unreal here. We can grow grapes and everything. And they started making vineyards and planting crops and planting all the summer foods that some lower climates make. And the natives told them, the natives that lived there knew, said, hey, you're making a mistake. Our fathers told us this happened before, and people made the wrong mistake. You know, history. You know why history is a problem? Because people that don't know history are doomed to repeat it. That's why we keep having wars, rumors of wars, and breaking treaties, because people are prone to be dishonest and wicked. And here's the problem here. You know, people think, you know, and if you don't like my opinion, that's fine. But look at the history, the facts. These people went on there and they were told, you know, our fathers told us this is a mistake. This once in a while you have weird weather phenomenons. Well, we do have weather changes. I mean, we've had terrible snows here back in 91. We had 30-some inches of snow right here in 90. But you know what? My grandfather seen 5-foot snow drifts back in 1917. They had to dig trails over to feed the cattle and get the cows in the barn. They kept the cows in the barn and kept them fed. So, and, you know, hard times, man. You know, they had to keep them in the barn to keep them out of the weather, because it was bad. You know, animals couldn't get around in the drifts. They get in the drift, they just die. You know, cows stumble anyhow. But you know, there was and it happens every now and then. The weather, I remember back when I was a kid back in the 60s, it wouldn't snow for 7, 8 years. It was just like 1 inch snows, 1 inch snows all through the winter. Then boom, spring's here in summer. Man, then they're like in 77, or I'm sorry, and 80, 81, man, that big blizzard hit back in the late 77, I think it was, 76. It killed all our quail. We had like, the rivers were frozen, no barge traffic. There was like 6 inches of ice on the roads. I remember the National Guard had to go by with big graders and grader off all the ice. Then the flood river came up. We had a lot of rain, and it came up and even froze all the ice on the roads again. They had to come back through. I think we were out of school for over 8 weeks, a month and a half maybe. There wasn't nothing to do. All we did, we went out and built big igloos. We went out and built big snow domes back in the late 70s. So, see, as you can see, from 70, when I was a little boy, it never hardly snowed. Then, boom, a big snowstorm. So people were probably saying global warming back. No, were they? No, they weren't speaking stupidity. We got the cleanest emissions worldwide. It's a proven fact. Fact. China has the dirtiest country, but no one hollers about their pollution. No one hollers about India or down here in Venezuela, how filthy they pollute the air. But, oh, we got to pay them. What? I don't agree with that. I think there's terrible things that our country is doing that's a waste of money. Just stupid stuff. And they're never going to learn. You know, they're never going to learn. Our country has a good deal. This natural gas firing power plants is good. It has this problem, but they have figured it out. Because when it freezes, some of the lines freeze up and mess up and don't work right. Regulators don't work right, but they fixed that. But natural gas is cleaner, you know, and they still have a few coal burning plants, but I figure in a few years they'll convert a lot of them. But you got to have the facilities to do these things. And you know, nuclear ain't the answer. I mean, we don't want to fuel the army where the isotope, nuclear radioactive isotope, fell clean through the core of the earth, and then you see fish with 2 heads and weird amalgamations in the ocean. No, you don't want that. We don't want no disasters like Chernobyl and all this. Nuclear is okay, but it ain't. What about the wastewater? That's the problem with nuclear. You got all that wastewater, it damages the earth. Nah, it ain't gonna work. So we got to try to stay clean. We should take care of our earth. We should be clean as possible. But tell that to people flying these. Tell people like these weirdos flying jets clean around the world and putting out more carbon emissions than all the cars in the United States put together. Like John Kerry flying in his Green New Deal mega polluting jet, Captain Planet flying from all over the world polluting the planet, and all he thinks its needs of the one is okay. Oh yeah, because they're the elite. So people got a weird sense of humor and a weird sense of thinking, and I'm sick of this world and its politicized bullshit. That's what's wrong with this world. This world is doomed to destroy it because the elites think they're above everybody. And people fall for it. People fall for it because they're weak-minded fools just like them. It's politics. They're not playing common sense. They're playing politics. And you know what? Someone else is taking notice of all this stupidity. Christ. And he's going to bring bad things upon earth because that's how God deals with the lowlifes. He wants to draw them to him, so he's going to bring calamity. He says, I'll bring calamity on you because you would not hear me. And because you rejected wisdom, I will bring chaos on you. Because he wants people to change their hearts and be rational thinkers. Think for yourself. Don't think politically. Don't think, but be scientific about it. But also line it up with good common sense. And I'd say the best common sense is the Lord. Get with the Lord. The Lord desires you to do good and treat one another good. He wants us to treat the planet good. But look at all those people claiming that they're helping the planet, but they're destroying it. Like John Kerry running clean across a planet. Secretary of State John Kerry running clean across the planet and polluting the whole planet. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's taking care of the planet all right. More one trip where you fly that Captain Planet jet across the United States does enough pollution, more than all the cars, more emissions than all the cars in the United States. Think about that terrible impact on our world. But no one cries out, oh, that's more important. That's important. Okay. I'm glad you think so. Be rational. Be thinking. You know, all the jets and all the wars, all that stuff just causes more problems. We can keep the planet the best we can. That's what we're required to do. Do the best we can. And while we got our energy, we can look for stabler, cleaner forms of energy. But you know, I don't think the cost of solar windmill and look what the ice storm done. If you had solar panels, they'd be covered for weeks. It's already been, we've had snow on now for a week. The batteries would die from using your battery packs on your solar power. So, yeah, good luck with that. Well, we'll learn the truth, because people should investigate on themselves. But I hope you enjoyed the planet. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying free of disease and viruses, and staying healthy and having fun, helping family, help people if you can. That's what it's really all about, everybody. Well, I thank you all for watching. I just sorry about the little rant, but I wanted to let you know. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one.